Hey everyone, welcome to the Mina Navigators December update. Thank you all for joining. And I wanted to share what the program has been up to over the last month. So let's get going. Sticking to our usual format, the agenda is to go over the statistics of the last month. I have some program updates to share regarding the proposals, a sneak peek of what season 3 is going to be. We have a community spotlight today by Michael, who's going to do a demo on the custom token launchpad. And there is some time for Q&A at the end of the presentation. But if you have any questions, please put them in chat or please raise your hand. We can also take them along as we go. So this is almost a wrap up of season 2. I know we are still a couple of weeks away from closing the year. But in terms of applications, I'm very happy to say we've crossed the 100 threshold. We received 106 applications over the period of 6 months. The program has been running. We have funded 30 of those, and out of those 30, 16 were delivered, and 2 were delayed or discontinued. We rejected a sum total of 72 applications, which were sent to us. Now, just zooming in on what has happened over the last month, we received 10 new applications. We funded 3 applications, rejected 5. We are also doing an offline or a public review of 4 applications with the teams. And I'm pleased to report that now the backlog is 0, which means if you had sent us an application at any time, we have reached out to you with a decision or we are engaging with you on the next steps. This last month was also quite busy in terms of the final milestone checks, and we did a check for 7 projects who crossed the finish line. This does not include all the midpoint milestones, which are also checked. A full schedule and recording of those is available on YouTube, so I highly recommend please go check it out. From the starter track, I'm very happy to announce we have 5 new members joining the Mina ecosystem. So we are very happy to see what they built and how they progress. For the payout, up to date, we have distributed 870K Mina. This is not accounting the future payments, which we have committed to. Now, very briefly, I wanted to speak or give a shout out to the funded proposals and speak a little bit about what they do. So the first one is Mina Schnorr signatures verification in EVM. This means any data which is signed using a Mina key pair can be verified in any of the EVM platforms. This is being built by Brown Dev or Anuj. He's already started working on it, and he's hinted like this primitive is part of a bigger piece of work, which he will be proposing later on. So excited to see this one come through. Limitless Swap is a decentralized exchange, which is built on ProtoKit by Kader Chan. We know we are getting very close to the point of having these products out in the hands of users. Limitless Swap is kind of like it isn't a fully Uniswap v3 implementation, but then it allows users to create limit orders for more capital efficiency in their execution. So again, it's on the road. Very excited to see. The third proposal which we approved was a lit protocol integration. What this allows you to do is to use your Google logins to create a key pair on lit protocol, which is a network of multi-party computation nodes. So they manage the keys for you. They manage the signing for you. This also means you don't need to have a browser wallet as long as the ZK app integrates with this integration. So this should enable a lot more smoother onboarding. This is going to be built by the team called Invoices and Shashank. So very happy to see this get delivered in the new year. There are a couple of proposals which are in public review. So if you're watching this, if you have some time over the holidays, please hop on to Mina Research and give a read of these. The first one being account update visualizer. So anyone who's built ZK apps on Mina has had some issues with account updates, and it's very hard to understand how they work or what part of transactions are creating updates at the end of it. So this should allow anyone who's going through their development cycle to see a very clear or an easier way to interpret what the account updates would be resulting should that transaction be applied. The second application for review is by ID Mask. ID Mask is an identity solution, and it is one of the applications which is already deployed on mainnet. But the issue ID Mask has is they want to stop their proofs of identity being reused again and again. So one way they are doing is by adding another authentication factor on top. And this is an integration using WebAuthn or passkeys. And this builds on the 256R1 curve, which was recently added to OpenJS. So we are very happy to see community pick up all the new breakthroughs and start integrating them. So looking forward to this get built in the new year too. The third proposal is ZKPret, which is a real-world asset implementation for supply chain finance. This is going to get carried out by the JNAME team. If you do go to Mina Research, the topic is created, but the proposal should be up very shortly. So apologies if you just hop on in the next 5 minutes and it's empty. But yeah, very excited to support these teams and see how real world assets and real world workflows in businesses are being modeled on Mina protocol. A very quick word on the delivery check, again, which took place in the last month. So Chose is a quiz platform on Mina. So they've gone through a massive redesign, and they are in the final stages of creating campaigns, inviting users to try out. So if you want a sneak peek, find the guys, please ping them, go to their website, and please check it out. Pima Studios also had their delivery check done. So they had built a number of artifacts which should enable users to build games easily and have them integrated across multiple blockchains. The third one is ZKUSD. So ZKUSD is an algorithmic stablecoin which is built on Mina. This is an MVP, and we are very pleased to see the clever ways this was implemented using the constraints we have. I highly recommend anyone watching this to go check out their repository, check out the documentation. It's very high quality work. DRM Mina allows you to have rights management applied to your games. And right now it supports Unity games. So there is an extension on the Unity marketplace, which you can integrate, and it will allow you to enable DRM checks for your software. Fifth one is custom token launchpad. Michael is here. He's going to present us in a few minutes. We had a final check-in of Mina and OpenJS performance tooling. So if you are really interested in details like where is the CPU being consumed in your ZK app execution, this is a very good way to integrate it and go and check out the reporting for it. The seventh one is a research piece. So this was carried out by Simon. He's written 12 in-depth articles on how the Mina proof system works. He's also written a new proof system, which he's identified during his research. And this is, again, put out on the forum. I highly recommend you to please check it out. And all of these final milestone check-ins are on YouTube. And I have not mentioned the midpoint check-ins, which would have extended this list to maybe like 15-ish. So they're all on YouTube. Please go check them out and let us know. Moving on to the statistics. So since we had 3 new added proposals, so I'll just highlight where they fit into. So we added 2 proposals into the InfraPi, and 1 proposal was added to the DeFi Pi. I will briefly reference this on the next slide. So season 3, I believe one of the feedbacks we've received is there still aren't a lot of products available for users on the mainnet of Mina. During season 2, we focused heavily on improving the quality of the projects we fund. We also funded a lot of infra, as you can see from the pie, and you may even say it is slightly skewed towards infra right now. And we are aware that there are also a lot of new unlocks happening in the ecosystem. So there are bridges being built. There are new private credential APIs coming out. We just saw how a new curve was implemented into ID Mask. We have a huge range of announcements, which we are expecting to come next year. And we want to move the priorities of the program to focus on products. And the way we are going to do that is by having callouts to say, hey, this is a particular specification or a product we want to get built. And we will be prioritizing all applications which come towards it. Now, just to zoom out a little bit and take a look at season 2, we will be distributing 1.2 million tokens to the community builders. And for season 3, we even have a larger budget, which is over $2 million. So I guess in every respect, this program is getting bigger. We will be supporting the best in the community, and we will be with you as we progress through your builder's journey. The big question being, when is the announcement? Soon, TM. But I can announce that we are going to launch the season 3 in January, in the month of January. Obviously, there are going to be some questions, so I would like to get ahead and answer them. So there are no changes in the interim. Season 2 is not stopping or closing. We are continuing to accept applications. So if you have something you want to get built, please send it over. All projects which were funded in season 2 will be funded to completion. So your funding does not stop, and we will completely honor it. And if you're also worried, like at what time should you submit it, you can just submit them now, and we will automatically roll over the applications to season 3, because there isn't like a huge change in the structure. But obviously, we are shifting the priorities of what we want built over the next season. So I hope this is a teaser. Please stay tuned for further updates. I might just stop here and see if there are any questions in the audience so far. Also going to check the chat. All right, I don't think there are, so I will move to the next slide and invite Michael to present the custom token launchpad. All right,
Thank you, Harish. Let me share my screen. Okay, so let me present custom token launchpad, minatokens.com, that allows to easily launch tokens sell tokens, buy tokens, and integrate with any front ends and backends. So Mina tokens is a no-code custom token launchpad that simplifies what you can do. And you probably seen amazing tweet regarding running Rust node on a fridge. Now the fridge can launch token, transfer, mint, do everything, and you can even run a tiny DEX on the fridge without any problems, because Mina tokens allows you to do everything just with post requests. So those are capabilities. You can basically do almost everything that you can do with tokens. And also, in addition to the standard library that allows you to mint tokens, you have whitelisting and trading. And you can do airdrops, and the airdrops are running in my tests at rates 4 transactions per minute. So it's briefly infrastructure. So your front end or your backend call Mina tokens API endpoints, and for proving ZK Cloud Worker is used, and there are a lot of exchanges back and forth with post requests, and no OpenJS required for everything to work. So let me show how it looks like. So basically, you can see the tokens that already launched, and you can launch your own token. And in case you want to do it on mainnet, I ask you to contact one of the authorized developers of Mina tokens, and the first developer authorized is Satyam Bansal. So let's see how it looks like. For example, we want to see some token, and this is just test token. You can go to Mina tokens after this presentation and look at it. So you can trade it. You see highest, best, lowest offers. And order book right now is loading. It's a little bit slow today on Mina scan. So it will take some time. And you can see order book. You can offer. You can bid. You can withdraw. You can see all the holders and all the stuff. So let's show how it works for a real application. So I prepared a small application that I just run on localhost. For example, we have 2 tokens. And for those 2 tokens, you use it in your game. You can also find those tokens here. For example, for Mina Energy token, you see all the information about this Mina Energy token. And if you want to buy, for example, and this token in your application, you see like your balance. If you switch account to some other account, we will have some other amount, for example, 10 steel, and then you enter the amount that you want to buy. You press buy Mina steel, and it starts to build transaction. So how it works under the hood? It's actually very simple. When you want to get balance or to do any transaction, you call internal function get balance. That just calling internal library get balance that actually use only post requests, so you can do it directly. So here, as example, I call for one of the token my API library, and for second I just call. So transaction is prepared, we can find it, and you see that you have job ID here. And the job for buying the token still started to work on ZK Cloud work. And now we need to wait while it will be proved. So returning to the code, basically you just do post request for anything. And you can get balance, you can build transaction, you can prove transaction in simply post request. So if we go to package.json and we would see what's going on here, you will see no O1.js at all. So this application is working without O1.js. It's why I'm saying that it can work on Fridge. And if we look how the transaction is being built, so again, just the simple call, that is post call only with strings, where we put number, and this information is received at Mina Tokens API. Then when we want to buy, basically after we receive this information, we just call our wallet and send transaction. We call send transaction of our wallet to get the signature. We getting signed data, and again we sending it to Mina Tokens API. So everything is just post request, nothing else. And you see the transaction hash we already have. So it's sent to the network, and now we need to wait for the transaction status. It's unknown, it's just started to be in the transaction pool, and a little bit later it will be changed to pending and then to apply. So it's how it works. And the reason for this design is now you can integrate in any front end easily. You don't need to understand how ZK apps work. You don't need to use O1.js. You don't need to compile your contracts. All you do is you do very simple API calls to the library, or you just call directly with post request. And there is full documentation, so you can go to docs.minatokens.com, and all endpoints are documented there. So basically there are examples and so on, and in documentation also there is full information about Mina Tokens API and how it is working, about the contracts use. You can get all the information, and also some guides how to launch a token. So basically it's go screen by screen for you to understand what's going on with launching the token, and the same with trading the token. So the example that I showed before, you can see order book with all the details, and you can bid, you can offer, and you can see all the transactions that are pending. Okay, so basically, it's example of the application. You can take this code as example for these zero-craft tokens and just use in your application to use any token that you launch or someone else launched on the network. So, for example, we see offers and bids here for this Mina Energy. And let's check, maybe it started. Okay, it's Minotcan is now working. So now we also see all the bids and offers for test me token, and you can just choose bid or offer, and then to sell or to buy or whatever you want to do with those tokens. So returning to presentation, what is the difference between Mina Tokens API and ZK Cloud Worker API? So Mina Tokens API is very light, and you can use just post calls using any language. It supports only fungible token family, and you don't need O1JS. For ZK Cloud Worker, you need to use O1JS. And also there are some advanced features. For example, it's use compile on demand. When you don't need to understand what contract is being used, verification key is used to understand what ZK app is being used and fetched automatically. Smart nonce calculations, redundant fetching of transaction status. You can check balances. You have strongly typed library. So all the features that you have under the hood, and you don't need to care about, it just works for you. And one more opportunity for developers: if you use Mina Tokens library, you can get paid for it. So you can insert in your transactions the amount you want to charge the user for handling those transactions, and it will be given to you for every transaction. So when you work with API, you have all the details of all the transactions that you sent, and you understand what's basically going on. You see all the details, timing, and so on. And for every transaction that includes some proof and send to network, you can get some small fee. To start working, you need just click Get API key. Then you need to fill in some small form, and you will get API key to use and to get all the your request on this API panel. So that's basically it. Okay. So one more transaction is ready. And let us check if the transaction is included. Okay, we're still waiting for transaction. So you can use it to launch, to explore, to trade, to use it programmatically using API. And I ask everyone to visit documentation to understand what you can do, and also to prepare for mainnet. Because the plan to do mainnet launch in the beginning of the next year after KYC will be added. So that's basically it. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thanks, Michael. I was going to ask you about mainnet, but you front ran the question. So maybe could you walk us through what the process looks like if someone wants to start a token sale on the platform? What would they need to go through?
Okay, so if we're speaking about DevNet, that it's easy. If you already have the token, so you just open the details for this token. And if you have balance, in this case, I have the balance of 4,800. I can offer the token. So, okay, what are the prices? So lowest offer is 8.5. So probably I want to offer it 8.3. And I want, for example, sell 1,000. So you click offer, and then the transaction is being built internally, and you need to sign this transaction as soon as it will be prepared. Usually, the building of transactions takes something like 5 seconds. Today is slow because of some instability on Minoscan node, so it takes a little bit longer, unfortunately, in the evening. And as soon as this transaction will be built and signed, it will be sent to ZK Cloud Worker. So it will be like we seen Cell token test me, the same job or buy token still. It's those two jobs that we just created. This job will be created and your offer will be inserted into the list of offers that already exist in the order book. So here in the order book, sorry, it's a little bit slow today. In this order book, you will see your offer together with other offers. And the same with bid. So with bid, if you have some mina and you want to buy, you also enter amount. For example, you want to buy 10, and for example, you want to buy it at 8. So the same, you click bid, and in order book later you will see all your bids and offers. And technically, when we're speaking about the bids and offers, they are created as separate contracts on the network. So every bid and every offer is a contract. It works like this.
Okay. So it's not gonna cross over, right? So if someone is trying to sell at 7 and I put an order to buy at 8, it will not go and automatically fill.
No, it's not go because, for example, if I click here, I will open Minoscan, and you will see basically all the information about this specific account. So you have verification key hash and so on, and you have some transactions for buying, but it will be not crossed. So it's basically opportunity for everyone to have some bots to analyze it. And in case you see that those two offers and bid are crossing, they can take it. The problem why you cannot automatically do it is because right now we don't have enough account updates in Mina protocol to do all the necessary transactions. So, for example, it's the reason why I cannot add swaps of the tokens. So right now the limit is 5 account updates with proof authorization. This limit will be shifted for Zeka in the next version of 4JS, and during hard fork, it will be shifted also for Mina, DevNet, and Mainnet. It will be or 20 or indefinite. So in the future, there will be no such limitations, and we will be able to do it in some other ways. But at the moment, basically, those are separate contracts. And if you want to cross it, then you will need basically to have some bot that sends the transaction. So it's absolutely possible with API. So you just use the API, you call and your bot just need to make several post requests, and it will earn money. So you will just earn money on creating very simple bot that just handle post request, and this bot can be run on a fridge without any problems. So it will work.
Brilliant. Thank you, Michael. Is there anything from the audience for Michael? I don't see any questions. So thank you again for building the Launchpad. Hey, there's one from Will.
Yeah, it's not so much a question. I was just going to say this is super exciting, Michael, and something that you and others have been waiting for a long time. So the fact that you just went out and built it, yeah, is huge. So just want to say thank you. And this is a really nice boost going into the end of the year.
Thank you.
Right, I'm just gonna share my decoration slide again, because I also wanted to give season's greetings to everyone who's watching the video. So a very Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you get lovely gifts and get some good rest over the period, because we have a lot of exciting news to share as the new year comes around. We are looking very much to work with you and get everything to production on Mina. Will, do you have any closing words?
No, I think like to see this program go from like ZK Ignite, which was very much tossing the net out wide and far, to like gradually trying to be smart about how we're spending the grants, and also making it a little bit more peer-to-peer with the review structure and the way that we're kind of all helping each other out. I think it's been a good evolution. Thank you, Haresh, for kind of like wrangling this. We were at the beginning of the year more like incentivizing commits and volume and all this other stuff, and now I think we've really come down to like, what does the ecosystem need most? Do we have the right people to be able to build it? And just resetting the foundation to a place that I feel very I feel like very comfortable, and going in front of the Mina community and the transparency report and other areas saying like, this is how we're spending the grant money. Here's what we're getting for it. And I think it sets the foundation for a healthy ecosystem in the future. So thank you, Haresh. Thank you to everybody who's been working on it. And then especially like for people who are joining, some of you, it's Friday night and you're, spending your time on this call. That also speaks a lot. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in the new year. Have a good rest.
Okay. Bye.